Hey friends! We are almost at a new moon in Gemini. Venus is retrograde in Gemini. The North Node just moved into Gemini, so we have a lot of energy in Gemini. Teaching a new moon portal on May 22nd on the new moon in Gemini. And so this is a lot of energy in Gemini. Gemini rules the mind. Gemini is quick. Gemini is interested in taking a lot of information from a lot of different areas, kind of mixing it together in this like alchemical pot and arriving at some new perspective, some new voice, new energy, new reality, new truth, new world. And so, and communicating that also. So this is really an incredible time to be holding truths lightly. This shift of the North Node into Gemini and the South Node in Sagittarius, we have a lot of opportunity, especially with this new moon, to look at the truths that we've held dear. Really look at them. Really get, really eagle eye. And ask if they serve us any longer and if they are still in fact true. And this is terrifying because many of us build our lives on things that we have believed to be true, things that we were taught were true, things that our culture believes is true about the world. And Gemini is asking us to see for ourselves and again to gather this information, right, from the right sources and screen it through the intuition. The yogis talk about the mind as being this incredible servant, terrible master. So if we let the mind, just the mind, rule us, we sort of go on wild goose chases every day, all day long. But if we can rein it in and allow the mind to be what it's meant to be, as the yogis believe, as a play, it's like alchemical pot where all this information comes in, right? We get to bring in intellectual information, opinions of others, observations about the world, and intuition, right? Our own intuition, mix it up and arrive at some new state of reality, some new belief about the world, some new world. And so Gemini really is calling us into this. It's calling us, Gemini is also about perception. So how we view the world, because when we change the way that we look at the world, the way that we are viewing reality shifts. And so Gemini is really here to remind us of that fact. And so this is an incredibly powerful new moon to be doing any work with the mind, any work with the way that, again, we perceive and the way that we take in information and the way that we filter it and let it into us and let it kind of do its magic on us. So this is also an incredibly potent time to be coming up with new realities, right? This astrological atmosphere is ripe for us to flip our old patterns of thinking, perceiving, believing about the world in ways that can drastically and profoundly shift our lives. So this can happen like this. Gemini's quick, right? Mercury's quick. And so what I want to share today is a meditation from Kundalini Yoga. And this is a meditation for the mind. And it essentially is balancing these polarities. It's balancing the left brain, the right brain. So our analytical side and our very intuitive, sort of creative side. It's allowing those two parts of us to meet and to communicate to each other and to, kind of, again, make some like alchemical magic happen. So the fingers are together, right? So we've got all the pads of the fingers together, and you want the full pad. So like from that knuckle line all the way to the tip. And it's a good amount of pressure, and the thumbs are pointing towards the heart, the elbows are out, so you've got, some pressure into those fingers, into the pads. And the fingers might bend just a little bit, that's okay. So you're gonna hold that right at heart level. You can relax for a minute. And so this mudra is, again, sort of creating this pressure between these two hemispheres of the brain. Gemini is also about polarities and two different ways of being, and it kind of dances between truths, recognizing that everything is true given the right lens. What do you find on one side of a great truth? Another great truth. And so Gemini is really good at holding this. And so this meditation allows us to, in the 5 fingers or the 5 tattvas or the 5 elements as well. So this allows us to bring in all these different parts of ourselves. So different things that we want, different ways that we view the world, different hopes and desires we have for ourselves and for the world. Maybe it feels like our desire for ourselves is at odds with the desires for the world, or vice versa, whatever it is. And so this mudra allows all of those to meet each other. Yeah, so all of those opposing desires, all these different sort of tendrils of you, of your own energy, of your mind, to come in to a tension, right? And so to come into this alchemical pot. And it's in that tension that new worlds are birthed. It's in that tension that new realities, the light bulb goes off. It's like suddenly, aha, oh my God, I never thought about that. But we have to go into the tension. Right? If we're constantly at war with some part of our own minds or some belief system that we have and we can't, it's not fitting together, it's just going to drive us crazy. It's going to create a lot of stress. And so this mudra allows all of that to come to a point. And when the stress of being a human is crystallized, is brought to a single 0 point, then we can use it for magic. Then we can use it to create something new. So you're going to hold the hands like this, and we're going to do a breath. And the breath is just an easy, slow inhale through the nose. So deep, slow inhale through the nose. And then you're exhaling in 8 parts. So it's 8 equal breaths, and you're exhaling through rounded lips. So it looks like this. So it's little sort of, you're pulling the belly in. You can maybe see my body moving a little bit. I pull my navel in to allow each exhale to fully release. And so as you exhale, you can imagine that tension releasing from your body, any stress that you're holding, any sense of duality that you're holding in yourself, any parts of you that you're fighting against. Some of your parts, maybe you've called bad, maybe you've called them monsters, maybe your shadows, maybe you hate them. Right? Maybe that's your friends. Maybe that's not you. And then maybe there's some shiny parts that you want everyone to see that are beautiful and amazing and worthy and all of these things. But this allows you to let those parts meet each other and exist in the same space of you. And so on the exhale, you can be releasing any resistance you have to that, to meeting yourself, to meeting life, to meeting the complexities of life. And on the inhale, it's really like filling the lungs. And so you can do this for 3 minutes, 10 minutes, 11 minutes, 31 minutes, as much as you like. At the end, you shake your hands really, really fast, kind of letting all that energy dissipate. So this will do a lot of things in the brain. I'm not going to tell you too much. I'm going to let you experiment, do it on your own. Let me know how it goes. And if you like this meditation, I'm offering a new moon portal on May 22nd. So this is at 5 p.m. Central Daylight Savings Time, and I'm recording it. It's going to be sent out to you if you sign up. And in this workshop, we're going to go way, way deeper into some of these ideas, some of these deeper Kundalini practices that really allow the mind to shift. I know no other practice as potent as Kundalini Yoga for shifting the mind and how we think. And this is an incredibly revolutionary and empowering thing to be doing, is harnessing the true gifts of the mind right now and the true capacity to perceive reality, and in so doing, change reality. I hope to see you all there. Sending you so much love and happy almost new moon. Mwah!